Millions of us now have health insurance under the Affordable Care Act, or what some people call Obamacare. But like many things in life, your health insurance can often be confusing and complicated. Whether you've been insured for years or you're new to the game, understanding your policy is important to your health and your wallet. First things first, you have to pay your premium every month or your insurance could get canceled, kind of like your cable subscription. You can also think of it like a shared healthcare piggy bank. We all chip in each month, even if we're healthy, so the money is there when we need it. If you get insurance at work, your employer probably pays most of your premium, and the rest comes out of your paycheck automatically. If you have Medicaid, you most likely don't have to pay any premium at all. The federal government and your state take care of that. If you're insured through a new health insurance marketplace, depending on your income, you may be eligible for a tax credit that pays a portion of your premium. Once you have that shiny new insurance card, you'll want to try really hard to keep it in your wallet. To better your odds at staying healthy, be sure to take advantage of the free preventive services that all new insurance plans provide. But of course, stuff happens, and that's when insurance really comes in handy. Now, having insurance helps a lot, but it doesn't mean all your health care is going to be free. There are lots of details about your insurance plan that affect how much you pay when you get sick or injured. If you have Medicaid, a lot of these services could very well be free. Otherwise, you'll likely have to pay something when you go to the doctor or fill a prescription. This is called a copay when it's a specific dollar amount, like $25 per visit, or coinsurance if it's a percentage of the bill. There's also the deductible. That's how much comes out of your own pocket before your insurance starts paying. Depending on your plan, you might have a deductible for all your care, or it might only apply to some types of care, like hospital stays and prescriptions. So read your plan material, because it could add up to thousands of dollars. Another important part of your plan is the out-of-pocket maximum. This is the most you'll ever have to pay in any 1 year, at least for the benefits your plan covers. Your insurer will pay 100% of anything beyond the maximum for the rest of the year. It can be just as confusing dealing with prescriptions. Your plan has a list of drugs it will pay for called a formulary, but the prices vary. Check with your doctor or pharmacist because a generic drug might fix you up the same as a brand name drug, but the price difference could be huge. So, those are the costs typically involved. But remember that they'll be affected by your insurance plan's provider network. This is a list of doctors and hospitals that are connected to your plan. Insurance companies negotiate discounts with these providers. Stay in network, and the discounts get passed to you. Go out of network, and you could end up paying full price. And remember that out-of-pocket limit? It won't work if you go out of network. In some plans, like HMOs or EPOs, your insurance would pay nothing if you go out of network. In other plans, like PPOs, your insurance will cover you no matter where you go, but you'll pay a lot more if you go out of network. Also, if you want to visit a specialist, like an orthopedist, some plans require a referral from your primary care doctor. Sound easy enough? Well, sometimes staying in network can be tricky. In a hospital, it's possible that your surgeon could be in network while your anesthesiologist is not. If this happens to you, don't be afraid to negotiate with your provider or file an appeal with your insurer. So as you can see, there's a lot to think about when you choose an insurance plan each year. Some plans may have low premiums, but fewer doctors or hospitals and high deductibles. There are trade-offs, and understanding and choosing among plans isn't always easy. Remember, if you have questions, call your health plan and ask, or check with your hospital or doctor. If you still have questions, your state insurance department or consumer assistance program can help. With the Affordable Care Act, there's new support for consumers, so take advantage of it. Having health insurance protection is a good thing, especially when you know how it works. We hope you're now better prepared for the next time you have to pull that insurance card out of your wallet. Stay safe, America.
Are you in the market for health insurance? Are you unsure about how to choose the right plan for you and your family? The Pennsylvania Insurance Department is here to help. First, let's talk about when to buy insurance. You can usually only shop for insurance during a period that occurs once a year called open enrollment. During open enrollment, you can buy a new plan or change the plan you have. Open enrollment starts in October or November and ends in December or January. You can find the dates of the next open enrollment on healthcare.gov, which is the federal marketplace for health insurance. Once open enrollment ends, you can only buy insurance if you experience a life change, like losing coverage from a job, moving, getting married, or having a baby. If you do not have insurance, you may have to pay a penalty to the federal government when you file your taxes. The cost of a health insurance plan can change every year. Check if your costs are increasing and find out if there's a better plan for you. The Pennsylvania Insurance Department reviews changes in plan costs every year in the spring and summer. You can find out more about this process and comment on proposed changes on our website. So how do you know what coverage you need? There are 3 things that you should think about. The doctors a plan works with, this is called the provider network, the prescription drugs a plan covers, and the costs you will have to pay. You will pay less to see providers that accept your health insurance. This is called in-network. You will pay more to see providers that do not accept your health insurance. This is called out-of-network. Each insurance company publishes a list of the providers available in their plan on their website, called a provider directory. Now, let's talk about prescription drug coverage. If you need a specific prescription, you can check if that drug is covered under an insurance plan. The list of drugs covered by a plan is called a formulary. Next, let's talk about the different costs you will pay for health insurance. The 5 types of costs are premiums, co-pays, deductibles, co-insurance, and out-of-pocket limits. Your upfront monthly payment for insurance is called a premium. This is the first price you see, but it's not the only cost. You may pay other costs when you receive care. A deductible is the amount you pay before your insurance company pays the rest of the cost of care. Most plans with low premiums have high deductibles. Fees due when you receive service, like visiting the doctor or picking up a prescription, are called co-pays. Co-insurance is like a copay. It is a charge due at the time you get care, but as a percentage of the cost instead of a set fee. The out-of-pocket limit is the maximum amount of non-premium costs that you will have to pay in a year, including deductibles, co-pays, and co-insurance. The Affordable Care Act made certain preventive health care services free for anyone with insurance. You should not be charged for these services. To help you decide which combination of costs and benefits is right for you, insurance companies name their plans by metal levels. The metal levels are bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. This chart shows how each metal level represents how you and your plan share costs. Healthcare.gov is a great place to compare plans. It also has information about subsidies, which may lower your premium or out-of-pocket costs. Many people who think they do not qualify for a subsidy actually do. In 2015, a family of 4 with an income of $95,000 qualified for a subsidy. You can only get a subsidy through healthcare.gov, which will also give you information on other programs if you qualify. To help you enroll in person or over the phone, healthcare.gov has people called navigators. You can also buy a plan directly through a health plan website or independent insurance agent. Do you have everything you need? Here's a checklist. Make sure the providers and services you want are covered by the plan you are considering. Depending on how much you use your insurance and the monthly costs you can afford, think about how you want to balance upfront costs, like a premium, versus costs you pay at the time of care, like a copay. You can use the metal levels as a guide. Consider shopping on the federal marketplace at healthcare.gov. To make sure you don't pay a penalty, always buy insurance during open enrollment. Happy shopping!
We get a lot of calls from people who want to know what they should tell the insurance adjuster. And the first thing you need to understand is that there are at least 2 insurance adjusters involved. And the answer is different depending on which one you're talking to. The insurance adjusters can be pretty aggressive. So this is why we get calls, because people have gotten 12 calls over the course of a week or 2 and they want to know what to say. There are 2 insurance companies involved in any car crash. There's your insurance company, which provides you with personal injury protection, PIP, sometimes called PIP. And then there's the other insurance company for the driver who hit you. Now, you deal with these 2 very differently. Your insurance company, you need to cooperate with to a certain extent, because they're going to pay up to $15,000 of your medical bills. But in order to do that, you need to fill out their forms and answer their questions. Now, the one thing I would say with your own insurance company, even though they're supposed to be on your side, is don't give them a recorded statement. Now, the reason for this is that a recorded statement can only be used against you. It can never be used in your favor. Sometimes your insurance company is going to insist on it. Some of them do that sometimes without real rhyme or reason. And if they do, it puts you in a tough spot, because if you refuse, they may stop paying your medical benefits. In fact, with our clients, when that happens, we have a tough decision to make. What we sometimes do is say, okay, we will let our client give a recorded statement, but I, the lawyer, am going to be sitting in the room with them. And if you ask them any inappropriate questions, I'm going to put a stop to it and advise them. If you don't have a lawyer, you've got a tough situation, because they're going to use a recorded statement against you, but if you don't give it, they're going to stop paying your medical bills. If you have health insurance, that's not necessarily the end of the world, because if your auto insurance stops paying your medical bills because you won't give a recorded statement, your health insurance will usually pick up the slack. If you don't have health insurance, you're really in a tough spot. Now let's switch gears. If the insurance company for the person who hit you calls you up, my advice is just hang up the phone. You do not need to speak with them. I advise people who are going to try and settle the case themselves, do as much of it as you can in writing. In particular, anything they say, get it in writing. If they make you an offer, get it in writing. If they threaten you, which they sometimes will do on the phone, get it in writing. If you insist upon talking with them on the phone and negotiating that way, do not let them record you. I have seen cases ruined by recorded statements, and I know that you're planning to only tell the truth, but you have to understand these insurance adjusters have been doing this a long time. They know a lot of tricks, and even though you think you're just going to stick to the truth, they will ask you tricky questions that you can't anticipate, and you'll stutter and stammer, and then you'll answer one way or another, and then if they ever play that at trial, it makes you look bad. So please, don't give a recorded statement to the other insurance company, and don't give a recorded statement to your own insurance company unless you really have to.
Professional Indemnity Insurance Explained. If you design, develop, write, crunch numbers, give advice, or provide any kind of specialist service to paying clients, you need professional indemnity insurance. Because nobody's perfect, and mistakes happen every day. Websites crash, deadlines are missed, plans don't go, well, according to plan. And even if you think you're right, there's always the chance that someone else thinks you're wrong. Allegations and accusations can be a real reputation killer. So if you're at the sharp end of a client's finger pointing, you have to do something about it. Professional indemnity is your secret weapon. If you're hit with a claim, your insurance fights your corner. It pays your legal fees, rights your wrongs, and compensates your client too. It means you don't need legal know-how, or loads of spare time, or really deep pockets. You're free to keep running your business, safe in the knowledge you'll still have one when it's all over. PolicyBee, professional insurance with a personal touch.
At V Technologies, we pride ourselves on being the most trusted source for reliable, fast, and accurate processing services in the industry. V Insure is the insurance services division of V Technologies, offering end-to-end healthcare insurance claims processing and administrative services. Under the wings of Sonia University, V has unparalleled access to the best of the best in each graduating class, providing V with the talent needed to deliver the most superior services possible. We have knowledge embedded in our DNA. V owns world-class training facilities and makes quality its top priority, providing rewards and incentives to its staff for meeting and exceeding their quality targets. Our differentiators set us apart from the industry. V is one of the few HIPAA-compliant companies outside of the U.S. and is also fully HIPAA certified by TÜV Rheinland. V uses a unique process which breaks each healthcare claim into 4 parts, and each is handled by a different agent. No one person sees the entire claim, which contains proprietary patient identifying and medical information when together. Employee turnover is a major issue for many India-based BPO firms, but not at V. While most Indian firms experience 30% plus employee churn each year, V has less than 12% churn and about 5% at one major facility. This allows us to deliver the best SLAs in the industry over an extended period of time. In fact, V has never lost a client due to service quality. Our expertise leads into a diverse portfolio of healthcare insurance-related services, ranging from intake and front-end services, claim processing services, claim repricing and provider maintenance, claim payment and adjudication, and related value-added services. Our knowledge base and proven processes allow us to deliver an integrated spectrum of insurance data processing solutions, whether it's providing enrollment and eligibility services, automating COB processes, or provider data management. V Insure executes results around the clock to achieve your specific business goals and objectives. In the past 6 years alone, V Insure has processed more than 50 million claims. What makes V so attractive to our clients is our dedication to premier quality. Improving our clients' flexibility and response, our talented team can provide an accelerated turnaround time of 12 to 48 hours at Six Sigma quality levels. We believe there's no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to a medical claims processing system. We have experience in working with all major platforms in the industry, including TriZetto Facets, EMC's Action Point, and Captiva. We have also built our own systems and software, which we use for various clients. Claims payment and repricing is a very difficult process. Put V Insure on your side of the equation to get this done right the first time. Our claims adjudication services include verifying eligibility, duplicate claims check, coding, bundling and diagnosis, hospital detail analysis, benefit determination, and rules-based edits. More and more clients are choosing V Insure to handle their enrollment and eligibility process. Our VCAP software validates checks in the system, which then help our enrollment and eligibility specialists search for and clean up demographic discrepancies at the time of the enrolling patients, saving you valuable time and money. U.S. insurance companies pump out $60 billion in fraudulent claims every year. No company can be too protected from this liability. V Insure has the right systems in place, such as provider and fee schedule matching, and provider selection and database validation to guarantee that this doesn't happen to your company. Your best fight against fraud is V Insure. EDI has become a critical strategic business tool for companies to share data. V Insure's EDI system can securely transport your private data between systems and partners with no errors. EDI integration leads to reductions in administrative cost, fewer clerical errors, and lightning-fast transaction cycle times. Other benefits you'll see include improved inventory management, communications, training partner relationships, and customer service. V has established industry-leading security requirements. V's security certifications include SAS 70 Type 2, ISO 27001, and the risk assessment standards of the SEI Carnegie Mellon's Octave tools. V has passed all independent security audits conducted by several leading U.S. insurance providers. Our brand promise is to offer quality in every transaction. With V Insure, we guarantee you trust in every transaction.